What's up, guys? Captain Ants reporting for duty. What's going on? You guys remember this one, right? We bought it last year. Basically parked it, then it developed some type of a fuel issue. And no, I haven't done anything to the thing over the entire winter time. I figured it's not worth messing around with the guy. I mean, I'm not gonna dig anything during the winter time anyway, right? But time now has come where we will actually need this guy. We need to remove some stumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 total, and they're all pretty big. I mean, yikes. But right now we need to work. Right now we need to work on the excavator. Holy cow! It's like these guys are multiplying every day. I mean, look at that. Multiplying every day. The basic goals are obvious. I mean, we need to sort out the fuel issue and then also do some fixes here and there that are very important. To name a few, I would say that top cylinder probably is like a top priority. But for that, I don't think I'm gonna do that in this video. Probably gonna focus on smaller things at the moment. And when we got this thing, I already went over all the oils and basically we went over the entire machine, right? We checked all the oils, all the filters, absolutely everything. And I guess right now, honestly, I'm not even sure what we need to do other than the fuel issue. But I've written everything down and we'll go later check the list and see what we need to do else. But right now, I think we should start off with the fuel problem. Try to get the thing running, see how it burns, if it burns at all. Maybe something exploded during the winter time, I'm not really sure. And before we get to work, I think let's quickly go over all the fuels. I mean oils. I want to see if anything leaked out during the winter time. I mean, I don't see really like any leaks on the ground. I mean fresh leaks, guys. If you remember, we had the giravets on this spot, that's why everything is so brown down there. But you know, let's quickly check out all the liquids, make sure that everything's good. The thing was a bit broken. It is open. Maybe. No, hydraulic fluid is still there, so that hasn't leaked out, at least from the tank. That's good. Oh man, I need my Soviet chair. Greasy. Engine oil is still there. That's good. Yeah, that's somewhere over there. Okay, pretty good. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, I think I need to find like a new guy who ships me parts, because the old guy, I don't know, he's very slow. Now sometimes he replies in like 5 freaking seconds and orders the part for me, but sometimes I have to wait like a couple of weeks for a reply. Man, I can't work like that. I need a new guy. Okay, that's good. What about the swivel housing? That's kind of a mystery at the moment. Now this excavator uses an oil bath swivel housing. So you got a bunch of oil lubricating the main bearing, the swivel bearing, and the gears. Now traditionally, usually grease is used for that option, but this guy has an oil bath. And if you guys remember when we got this thing and checked that out, that entire housing was just bone dry. There was like a little bit of water which came out from the cork, but there was no oil in it. Now I don't know how long that has been the case. The last year we did fill up the housing with some gear oil, and I'm actually kind of curious if it's still there. I mean, I would hope so. Dude, I think there is something in there. Just in case though, I'm gonna check with the camera as well. That little drop can be like a false positive type of thing. Ooh. And apparently we have some oil there, but the gears are not even touching. What's up with that? I think we need to have more oil in there. Seems like a little bit on the bottom. Okay, two possible solutions. Either it's leaking out, or I did not add enough. I guess we could add more to bring it up to level, because I don't think it's level at the moment. Yeah, nothing on it actually. Okay. I'm not sure how much gear oil I have at the moment, but I guess we could try to fill it up to level and then monitor the situation. If it's leaking out, then just drain the thing and try to get like grease in there somehow, because if you want to replace that stupid ass seal, I mean, the job is just not worth it for me. It's insane amount of work, because the seal, I think it's like there perhaps, and you can't replace it without separating the superstructure from the undercarriage, right? That amount of work I don't need. Bro, I don't even have the ability to lift this guy off the thing. Maybe with some bunch of bottle jacks you could do it, but I don't think I want to do that. Right now, let's add some more oil, try to bring it up to level, and then monitor the situation in the future if it's still leaking out. I mean, right now I can't see any active leaks anywhere, but if it's still leaking out, then try to put some grease in there somehow. Okay, we have about 40 liters of the stuff. Should be good enough. I mean, visually I can't see any wet spots around the swivel housing itself. There's like a little wet spot here, but I think that's water. It's coming from over there somewhere. I don't think it's leaking out, but if it does, then it kind of sucks big time. Everything here is dry as well, so I don't think it's leaking out, unless it's leaking out from somewhere else. I do have like a little wet spot over there. Something here, but that means it's coming from there. And that has to be something else. That's probably hydraulic fluid. Türa, ma rebin selle kuradi kondi sealt otsast ära, noh, see on nagu mingi täielik loodusõnnetus. I bet this excavator would burn pretty good. Man, this thing is so freaking useless. Always gets in the way. Oh, by the way, this is the highlight of the video. I mean, movie. And personally, I think, although I visually can see the leak, it's still occurring. I mean, why was it empty, right? From the previous owner. That's like a red flag already. And I need to convert this guy to a grease setup in the future somehow. Maybe drill some holes somewhere, or how would you even get grease in there properly? Technically you just need like one spot. Actually do, one for the bearing and one for the gear, right? And then spin the thing around. It will carry the grease around as well. Yeah, I think we're good. It's possible. Maybe I did not fill it up last time. Or maybe I was short on oil. And I just made it look like I filled it up to spec. But dude, who would do such an evil thing? But anyway, let's deal with the fuel situation now. When I bought this guy, it didn't have that issue. But after pressure washing... after attempting to pressure wash the guy, I mean, something went wrong and now it doesn't work anymore. Most likely it's sucking in air somewhere, or the pickup tube inside the fuel tank has decided to broke off, or it's sucking air from there. Now, I already kind of mapped out how the fuel line from the tank up to this point is built up. It's pretty simple. So we got the fuel tank over there. So from the top of the tank we got the fuel line, and from there we have a bleed hose that goes to the bottom. I mean pickup tube. What? Bleed hose. Sorry. Then we have the fuel line go through like a valve, which is right over there. And from there it goes to the lift pump or priming pump. Now from the injector pump and the injectors themselves, I'm just gonna go there, we have another fuel line, a return line this time, which goes back to the fuel tank like that. So that's the entire fuel system on this excavator. We can have the issue there, or the line itself. I guess the first thing we can check out is the valve itself. I mean, can I undo that, make sure that's not weird. Vänta. Oh, I forgot. Man. You should probably start charging the batteries because they're most likely empty. .4 volts. That's actually not that bad, right? I mean, the entire winter this guy has been sitting here. Plus we have that stupid LED light in the cab that I can't turn off. Oh. Hi. And bye. That one over there. Even if the mass switch is off, this thing still lights up. I'm not sure what's up with that. It's kind of weird. But then again, 24 volts should be like 27 or something like that, right? I'm gonna switch it to slow charging. We have plenty of time. Yep. nojah, nüüd ta tuleb. Duty gaas.
Uus projekt.
No seda on päris palju ju.
Et see natuke saab painitamist ka. See on see pikem või lühem. Ma surun alla seda. Ma vaatan seda kuradi otsa ka. Noh, ma proovin.
Ära keevitus vaata ainult.
Ei vaata. Vaata.
Oota.
Kannad veel tapad. Pane siit ka kindlusi. No nüüd. Vaata, kui ma siia panen süle ratta all. Ei siis need on peale. Siin rattale ühe. No nüüd. Nüüd kui seda surub. Ei, too ei ole midagi. Ei ole mitte midagi. Hullemas asja. Ei hullemas ka ei tee. Ma proovin seda suruda. Seda suruda. No nüüd küll. Kas läks siit?
Oota, jah. Praegu ne.
No nüüd ma panen üle ketta.
Ja, kas sisse? Ja siis... Sisse. Ta läheb sisse, ja siis keedetud ära. Et see läks kogu siis. Ma siis teeb kassi on tõi. Nüüd ma YouTube'is vaatan videot, kus ma jälle jään pildi peal.
Mul on ainult see asi.
Eelmine kord kõik, kes nägid, ütlesid, et mina olin YouTube'is sees.
Mul on ainult see asi, et mul tuleb mitu kuud hiljem alles välja.
No jah, tuleb ikka öelda, siis talvaega kõik vaatasid ja saatsid mulle sõnumid, et kuule see on jälle.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna hold actually. And the thickness of that steel blade which I'm welding onto right now is like only 2 or 3 millimeters. It's just gonna break like it broke before next to the weld on that side, not to the wall side. And you can even see the crack from here, from there. But yeah, maybe instead of 3 points holding it, got like the entire thing. Nüüd on ainult see teema, et kui uuesti ära murdub, siis ta võtab selle toruga kaasa.
Toruga kaasa,
murrab toruga ära.
Siis peab uue panema, ega me enam ei hakka. Nüüd on küsimus selles, et ma juba rääkis oma valitsesin, panin sulle laua peale sinna toru sees, võtta, lasta siin.
Sellel on ka kraan.
Sellel on ka kraan. Ma leidsin, ma katsun. Või pandus? Isegi pandus vist.
Kuule läks küll paremaks, jah?
Paremaks läks ja läks veel südamega jämedamaks rääki. Läks proovi. Tõesti see kätte vast. Arvuti ruumis seal arvuta. Võta nokka, kooli nokka. No suurem. Nollega pigistab ära. Mina on praegu toru sirgu. Okei, käi ruttu ära ja tule tagasi. Alt tahab kannata. Pane ringratast veel üks kord ja on tunnis. No nüüd on küsimus. Siin on see
teistpidi ka panna.
Keevitusraam, seda ma tõstan. See on juba täie soos.
Jah, nüüd on okei.
Ma arvan küll, et praegu läheb läbi. Ma tõmban teise ka ja siis...
Aga see on lihtsalt jah, nagu puukuurilaadne asi.
Ma tahtsin ka puukuuri hakata ehitama ja tellisin. Selli kuule. Valmis puukuuri peal kokku. Aga ise on odav teha.
Ikka jah.
Nii keegi.
Paremaks nagu läks.
Paremaks läks, aga ta paremaks enam ei lähegi. Kui ta nüüd juba väike nukk on.
Võib veel natukene.
No veel, jah, ei natuke proovida.
See on ümar oleks nagu natuke parem.
Ma ei sellega on nüüd.
Nüüd on nagu enam vähem.
Aga noh, praegu on hea.
Ma loodame.
Läheb läbi, et need, mis hommikul ära käies siin kõik oli hea, aga jälle läks see puhul. Sõidab üle.
Nii.
Väiga.
Diiseo. Kuradi jobune. Ma ütlen, see on nii munn. Ma just mõtlesin, ära mine vastu raisk. Ja siis lähed vastu kohe nahvina. Just türa ütlesin sulle, vaatad vastu ja lähe sinna akud vahel ja nahvina. Nothing here. Completely clear. At least we can rule that out, I guess. You know, I don't think the problem is on this end actually. Unless the metal pipe is broken. But I don't see any evidence of that. I think the problem is in the line between the lift pump and the valve. I think there's an air leak between there somewhere. And maybe if we put some air pressure inside the line, you know, put the valve back, close the valve so air wouldn't be able to enter the tank, and then put some pressure inside the line, maybe we can hear some hissing somewhere. And let's first blow it out though. Close this guy. No, don't go. I so enjoyed your company. Kuradi vedru toru nahku. Is anything even coming? You can hear some hissing somewhere. A little bit of fuel with a little bit of dirt. Okay. That should be closed. I got like maximum pressure in there. I didn't see any bubbles anywhere, plus I don't hear anything. Maybe that little strap connection there might be the culprit. Anything? I don't see anything. Seems pretty good. No leaks. At least I don't hear anything. It's only leaking a bit from there. Oh, look at that. Explosion. So why is it sucking air? It has to be from the tank then. Or maybe the issue's fixed now. And at this point I should already be getting fuel. Still nothing. Bunch of air. Yeah, nothing. Well, we don't have leaks up to the point of the valve. 100% sure of that. Beyond that, I can't really test for leaks because beyond that there's a metal tube or metal hose that goes into the tank, and I'm not sure what the pickup tube looks like. Maybe that's like a piece of rubber that's under the fuel. I can't see that. I guess one thing we could try is put like a new line, a test line from the tank, and hook it up to the priming pump and see if we can get fuel that way. Then we can eliminate the priming pump's fault, although I'm pretty sure that's not the problem. Now if this works, then the issue is somewhere between the valve and the tank, in that metal fuel line. If it doesn't work, then the problem is in the priming pump.
Some point. 100%
There we go. Fuel. Fuel is pumping now from the new line. You know what? I think this thing will even start. Yeah, that's solid right now. You're not getting any more bubbles. It's just fuel now. So the problem is between the valve and the fuel tank, the metal fuel line. There's like a little connection over there. No, that's solid. No, that's solid connection. Maybe something's loose over there. Dude, I think that's the problem over there. I can't see exactly, but look at that. I think there's a hole inside the fuel line. The hydraulic line has been rubbing against it for I don't know how long. I think there's either like a crack or a hole in the center there. Can you see that? I think that's the problem. Well, duh. I did not even think about that. If that's the case, then that's where it's getting its air. And it's preventing the system from priming if it's just pumping air. Too much mud on the floor. Wow. I think we need to drive this guy through an active volcano. And don't tell me there's some Bobcat technology going on over there. Is there a counter or not? I don't feel anything. Volvo doesn't do Bobcat's technology. Lähed kelline. Oksa aust ei tea midagi üles. Jopp, puhna. Yeah, there's a definite crack there, like a little hole as well. I guess we found the bug. I didn't believe it was this, but I guess it kind of makes sense. Hydraulic hose rubbing against the steel line. Eventually the thing will fail. Other than that, very healthy. Just had one spot. Look at that, the hole got bigger. Ooh. I think it's pretty okay. Dude, that pen is holding it very well. Wow. What? Such a tight seal. Okay, I think that's fixed. Good job, Cop. Probably don't need this, but just in case. Maybe we don't need to open this anymore ever. Then it's 100% sealed. No water can get in the tank. I'm gonna go try to patch this part with some epoxy resin. I've had some decent success with that lately, I would say. Maybe we can make this guy whole again as well. But technically things should work now. Not looking good. But what? Man, clearly we fixed the hole. Tightened everything back up. Unless there was 2 issues, not 1. Let's try the same thing we did on the Volvo. Little priming pump in between the real priming pump. Dude, this thing is priming much better. I don't know. That seems like garbage compared to this guy. Or that doesn't work properly. Oh, look at that. We had a small leak there. Maybe that was the issue. And I think it was really tight. Not sure why it leaked. Also, it has new washers. No debris. Looks pretty clean. Maybe now it works. Let's give this guy one more shot. Check out the fuel in the hose, guys. There's the fuel level right there. So we definitely don't have like an air leak in the fuel line anymore. See, we wouldn't get that if we did. So that's fixed 100%. If this guy still doesn't pump, then well, it's either leaking from there or the lift pump on this dude is just junk. I mean, priming pump, lift pump is separate. But maybe it was that little leak. Yeah, I hope so. I am so sick of fuel-related illnesses. They are the worst. Actually, that's a bunch of crap. Electrical issues are the worst. Because I don't know anything there. Oh, there we go. You can even see the line moving. Okay, I think we can try to start this thing now. No, if it does start, then I'm pretty sure something's gonna explode. Oh man, what a chair! No wonder the Soviet dude liked to stay here. Such a view. Ooh. The last time we fired this guy up, I think it was like back in September or October. Right now it's the middle of April, so it's half a year, bro. Anyone's bet, I guess, what you will do. What? Dude! Just like that. Wow. Very good. Okay, what's leaking? Oh, I need to secure that fuel line. Definitely. Can't have it there. Where did this come from? That's new. Okay, that's not good. The sounds of Sweden. Button, man, I don't even remember. Whoops. Guess that's on me. Lahti. Okay, there we go. Stupid dance pants. Yeah, I was like, I don't recall spilling oil up top. Wanted to check out what's going on. Good thing I did. That solves the fuel issue. What a wild ride that was. At least it didn't take me that long. Only 7 months. Let's go to the office and try to figure out the next step. big ass dude, I have no idea. This video is way too short right now. Unless it's about 3 hours long already. Then I'm screwed. I'm gonna secure this hose quickly. Holy shit. I mean, holy super shit. Look at that. Man, that is not good. As well. Oh my lord. This is so bad. We need to definitely swap those two out, bro. Maybe even the third one as well. You know, something is leaking. Man, if any of these lines break, then it's game over. These are at the bottom of the chain. The entire hydraulic reservoir will empty. These are the feed lines for the 3 pumps. Plus the pumps will run dry. It's like a no type of situation. 60 maybe? Holy cow, 67. Kurat, siin on 67, seal on 61. Mida vittu reis? Ongi 67 midagi, noh. Ei ole 62. Kuidas see siin rohkem on, mis aru? Ma ei tea, sa midagi võitsid siin valesti, ma arvan. 65, no ma ei tea, iga mõõtmine on erinev number. You know, the triplets need some new shoes. What's weird though is that they all want different size. I don't get it. It should be the same. Such divas. Oh man. Not this again. What's up, Tom? Watch out. You got a gold digger next to you. Me. I love that guy. It was like four rows, right? Something like that. Man, I can't remember. Or maybe columns. Yeah, 4 columns. Oh yeah. Check number. Issue information. Check mark. Check mark. What is that? Check mark. Mark. Okay. Mr. Table is finished. Let's fix the machine. Let's start off with the triplets. You definitely don't need any of that. Okay, so gas struts. What was that about? Oh yeah, the gas struts about on the hood where the fuel is. No, I've been kind of worrying about that actually. That hood is very heavy, and if that wooden block just decides to like slip, man, that's like a guillotine, like that. End of arm or head. Yeah, little glitch over there. What else? Gas struts get lost, fuel pump get lost. We fixed that. Teeth. Oh yeah. Dude, now I remember. The guy was supposed to send me teeth. Where was that mail? Yeah, look at that. The guy has already ordered new teeth for me. Bucket teeth. But I don't know. I think he died because he doesn't reply my emails anymore. It's been several weeks. Kinda lame. No, let's add the teeth somewhere down there. But they're not that important at the moment. What's the next thing? Grease. Oh yeah, I never did that. Grease. Everything. Grease. Everything. No information needed there. And actually, guys, this machine is pretty well looked after regarding the grease department. I mean, all the main bins are just completely packed with good amount of grease. It's even overflowing, you know. Plus, I did notice that there is very minimal play in the bins and well, yeah, basically bins, bucket, boom, everything. The thing is like brand new. I did not remember having like any significant play in those. If you compare it to Yanmar, then wow, that thing has like a lot of play. So I think at some point there was like an automatic greasing set up on the machine, and that actually took like a very good care of the machine. But after it maybe broke down or something, they started manually greasing. Still did a very good job though. Wiper. What wiper is that referring to? Maybe it's the hydraulic wiper, or maybe it's the windscreen wiper. Yeah, that thing. Okay. Air intake tube. Well, we fixed that. Why is that still there? We do need a new air filter though. Air filter, but I don't have the part because the guy, you know, died or something worse. Fuel line issues. Yeah, piss off with that. What did you say? Pre-filter plus water separator. What? Fire extinguisher. Fire extinguisher. Yeah, we definitely need to add that. What? You guys saw how that floor looked? Bro, if a little match dropped there, goodbye Mr. EC-300. Electrical. I wanna do that last, you know, as usual. Belts. Okay, I'm gonna check the belts. Belts. Check them. I think most of the belts on this guy are still there though. Maybe we need to replace some of them out. Propane heater. Man, piss off. We don't have any winters in Estonia. Dude, I think that's it. As of right now. I'm pretty sure there are like more issues. But at the moment, that's all I've written down. We do have that little last thing as well. You know, travel box to the top. And if you don't know what that means, basically, you know, this excavator has like hydraulic motors which drive the sprockets or the final drives. But between the motor and the final drive, there are like two planetary gearboxes which reduce the speed down. And the oil cork holes are located on a really weird spot. There's only drain and there's fill. There's like no check. But the fill cork hole is like at the very top. However, usually you don't fill those things to the very maximum, right? You need to leave some room for expansion of the oil and whatnot. Usually you fill it either a quarter or halfway, right? Not all the way. So last time I did not fill it all the way, only like halfway. I tried to eyeball it, but some of you told me that those need to be filled all the way. So I'm not really sure. I'm gonna leave them as is right now. Just gonna add that information there. The manual is not very helpful as well because that doesn't like list how much oil goes into each individual gearbox. And the manual kind of says a number, and then the number represents the entire volume of oil that goes into those gearboxes, but it doesn't like say how much goes into each gearbox. Is it equal or not? The gearboxes are different sizes as well, so I don't think they are equal. That's a bit confusing. Maybe the chick knows. Let's ask that. How much oil goes into Åkerman EC-300 each individual final drive gearboxes? Well, the chick is telling me about 5 to 6 liters in each gearbox. Fill until the oil level reaches the hole in the 3 o'clock or 9 o'clock position. And this kind of makes no sense because there is no such hole there. There is only the 6 o'clock and the 12 o'clock. There is no 3 or 9 or any of that. So yeah. Regarding the oil situation, I just kind of remembered one thing. The final drive, I should probably drain those and refill with brand new oil because they did look kind of brownish. I think there's some water in there and I think we should swap that out. How much do those take? 5 to 6 liters. What? Bro, are you on crack? Those drives are huge. I'm thinking like 20 liters each. Let's check what the useless manual has to say. Final drive. Wow, what a manual. So much information, but nothing's useful. Look at that. Nothing found. Service refill capacities. There is nothing on final drives. See guys, nothing here about final drives. Yeah. This guy should be on the front page. Okay. Get to work. Okay, so I had to take like a little trip to the city. I had to go buy a bunch of ice cream. So I figured maybe while I'm already there, maybe buy the hoses as well. The only issue is that I couldn't really get like a very good measurement what size the hose needs to be. So I just kind of YOLO'd this part, I guess. I went with the outside reading because I was unable to get like a proper inner size. So the outside reading for this one is 70. It's supposed to be 76. On the Åkerman it's 77, so maybe this will fit. But you know, this is kind of questionable. The inside should be 51. The outside is 60. I think this is not 62. 62. 62. Maybe even. This is 61. This might be a problem. A very expensive problem, by the way. Now, I went to my usual hydraulic shop and I asked for the hoses. The guy did have the smaller hose, but he didn't have the bigger hose in stock. So I told him, okay, whatever, just order the hose for me. And luckily I did ask what the price is. Guys, can you guess how much this hose actually costs? This is a special oil hose. It has like a steel wire mesh also embedded into the hose. I mean, off the top of my head, I would say maybe like 20 bucks per meter at its highest. But no, not even close. The thing is actually 64 euros per meter. 64 euros per meter for this thing. Dude, when the guy told me that, my jaw just kind of immediately dropped. And I told him, well, I was trying to like wiggle myself out of the already ordered hose. And I told him, I'm gonna go to a different hydraulic shop, maybe they have the second hose. So don't order just yet. And here's where things get interesting. So I went to the second hydraulic shop and the price of the same hose was two times less. 34 euros for 1 meter versus 65 or 64, whatever I said before. I kind of don't get that. How can the same hose be like 2 times different price in a different hydraulic shop? I mean, I'm kind of starting to appreciate the little hydraulic adventure we did way back when. Right over there. Basically, I have like 1, 2, 3, 4 of these boxes. They're completely filled with hydraulic hoses. All make, model, size, whatnot. And over the time while I've had these, I've actually used quite a few of them now. And I think I've saved quite a bit of money as well in the meantime. But anyway, let's try to swap out the broken hoses now. This is gonna be sort of a challenge perhaps, because these are the feed lines for the pumps and they are the lowest position of the entire hydraulic system basically, which means we probably need to drain the entire tank, including the pumps and everything included in that area. I'm not even sure how to do that part properly. And if I just undo a hose from there, I'm gonna get liquids on the ground everywhere. I can't contain that. Maybe drill a hole in the pipe and let it flow out that way. Wish there was like a little valve on the hydraulic tank or something. Man, that would be so sweet. Anyway. There should be like a valve on this freaking pipe, but there's nothing. So you could block the flow of oil. I think we should go with the hole option. Just put a hole inside the tube. Let it flow out slowly. Türa, kõik mingi 400 liitrit õli välja laskma sellepärast, et mingid voolikud siin vahetada. Kuhu ma panen selle õli kõik? Tasku endale või? 430 liters capacity hydraulic system. Dude, how much is that in euros? 1,300 euros in hydraulic fluid alone in this guy right now. I mean, I only paid 7 grand for the machine. Try to keep this in mind, guys. If you buy a machine, then don't just consider the buying price. Actually, the maintenance and fixing price. It kind of depends how old the machine is, but those two combined are probably insanely more than the buying price eventually, I guess. Now, right now, I haven't really spent a lot of money on this guy. Maybe a little bit less than a grand so far. But when things start breaking, you know, the main lines for the dry motors, only one of them has been replaced. I mean, look at that guy. That is just about to explode. Then we have the second one over there. Same story, same story. These are the original lines, like 30 years ago. And looks like one of them has been swapped out now. These are pretty huge lines as well. I may not even have them in my collection. Okay. Now, as of right now, I'm planning to reuse the fluid, but I guess we'll see how that thing looks. Maybe everything's gonna go on the ground. I think this is gonna work pretty good. Just gonna take a bit of time. That is it. Overall fluid looks pretty clean so far. Yeah. Dude, look at that. Such a fine booty. And luckily we don't need to drain the entire system, the entire 400 something liters. Actually, a good portion of the oil is in the cylinders and the hoses and the valve blocks. I'm guessing we only need to drain maybe like 60% or even less. Something like that. Oh, those look pretty good though. None of that weird gray nonsense we had in the Girovets and Joseph. This one actually looks like oil. It was actually a pretty good idea. kõik oleneb, missugune see kolmas välja näeb. Visuaalselt tundub siit päris hea isegi, jah. Esimesed kaks on jumala perses, ilma lõhkemadega. Võib-olla see kolmas on isegi okei. Vähemalt praegast ei näe nagu. Don't mind me, guys. I'm just babbling. Oh, by the way, later when I'm gonna put the oil back, I'm gonna try out the hand pump thing instead of pouring it from top. If you guys didn't know, then this excavator has like a built-on or built-in hand pump, which is mounted on the hydraulic tank, and its purpose is to fill the hydraulic tank. That's actually pretty cool. I did not even think that was a thing. Same thing for the fuel, by the way, but instead of a hand pump, that thing is operated via hydraulic pressure, a hydraulic motor. But you know, for that we need to start the machine up. That won't work without the diesel engine. So interesting. You know, I'm thinking that maybe I'm not gonna swap out the dirt hose as of this time. I mean, I don't see any problems with that at the moment. I don't see even any cracks in it. The other two are completely cracked up. But, you know, we'll see. We'll do like a close inspection later once we remove the first two. And I was also thinking that I'm gonna fabricate some type of cover plate for this area, just to kind of cover up the hoses, maybe even the engine. I'm not really sure if we need to cover the engine, but the hoses definitely. I mean, if we turn and then get like a rock, a giant rock between the ground and the superstructure, then those hoses are gonna get messed up 100%. We need to have like a cover plate there to protect the hoses. Yeah, I'm pretty sure something like that happened to that hose over there. That seems like kinked in pretty badly, right? Something rubbed against it at some point. You can even see the damage to the plating that's bent inwards, and all the bolts are also broken inwards. So something smashed against this part at some point. Probably a rock, most likely. Who asked you? Piss off! You know what, I think this is actually gonna take quite a bit of time until it finishes. I'm gonna make the second hole as well, let it drain out from both holes. And then let's go check out my buddy. He came for our field work quickly. See what he's doing in the meantime. Niin saa. Türa, kyllä. Oh, look at that guy. Excuse me, sir, are you lost? This is my field.
Get off my lawn! This is your field?
Yeah.
Field of crap! I think you're kinda late. It's done already.
Oh. My bad. I'm slow.
Yes.
Read it now.
Smell like oil.
Yes.
Or is it the baby lube? I don't know.
Definitely not the baby lube.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not into that stuff. Glass is a smooth ride.
It is. I actually forgot the splint for the front weight on the weight, not locked. And I managed to do 2 hours of field work and drove like 6 kilometers and nothing happened. It was still there, at the same place. So yeah, a good machine.
Stability 5000.
Yeah.
Is this a different attachment from the last one? Or the same?
I wonder, does it look different?
I don't know. They look all the same to me.
Oh yeah! It's a cultivator. Yeah, cultinator. This implement's job is to get the soil ready for seeding.
And the next step is seeding.
Yes. For some reason, this field is pumpy as hell. I don't know why. I didn't do anything on here. Maybe tomorrow? Not sure. Maybe I will start seeding over here. Or day after tomorrow.
Ah, okay.
In a few days.
And what seed will you plant?
This is clover. Clover. Yeah, clover.
Clover.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a 4-leaf clover, but I'm gonna put a triploid.
Last year you didn't have these fields, right?
Nope.
And how much combined are they?
Around 11 hectares.
That's about 30 acres.
You sure?
Dude, don't text and drive. We might crash the tractor.
2.47. Jesus Christ!
You're rich.
In the miracle matter. Other than that, poor.
Job well done.
Yeah.
Next, please.
This is so fun field. Like rolling off a cliff.
Yeah.
You can see the end of it. If you get enough speed, I can jump to you.
Yeah, you need a lot of speed for that.
This field just looks like I'm gonna get stuck with the combine.
I can't wait for that day.
I ain't gonna hire you. You're gonna break my equipment.
What? I'm gonna be very careful.
I've seen you working with yours. Hey, let's put something over here. Let's move. Oh crap! It's broken.
Things keep breaking for no reason.
Let's add a massive cylinder. Touch the button. It's a missile.
I know what you're talking about.
There's so much water.
And go work on that area as well, down there.
What the hell is happening over here?
Oh, look at that. Little bunny.
Meat.
Yeah, food. Welcome to another episode of Nature.
What did you say I was? A Wolverine?
A special version of a Wolverine.
like, plenty of snacks over here. A bunch of them are under you. There's a fridge down there.
I already ate everything while you're not looking. Sorry.
My more snack is gummy worms.
No, I left those on the trap.
Would you like to give it a spin?
Yes, you do. No, no, no.
I already see it on your face.
Yes, Daddy. I'm gonna break the front axle.
We'll be the first ones back. Oh, hello there.
Oh, hi.
What do I press? The middle one and pull it down. Are those gloves dirty? This is a really clean steering wheel.
Everything I have is dirty.
Yes. Put it in gear.
Where? I don't remember.
Pull it up and downwards. One notch.
Up and downwards. Like that?
Yes. Now you can reach the metal. The orange one down there.
Hi, Mom. Hello, YouTube.
Look at that nerd.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Everything's quite fine.
Okay, and how do I turn there?
Yeah, go right now. You should add some speed. Yes.
Wow. Bankruptcy simulator is awesome.
You like it?
Yes.
You buy it?
No. I'm gonna,
God damn it. The blue thing over here is a piss water. Oh. Feel the power. Why are you jumping up and down? Are you so happy?
Wow, I'm doing something. Look, Mom. I'm farming.
2 seconds later, breaks the tractor and the implement.
Whoops.
That's my problem.
I think we need to raise the thing up.
You should. It's so full. Use the oval button in the middle.
This one.
No. This one. Move. Drive. And, or lower it down. Yeah. It's already all the way down.
Wow. And now I have to fix all his doings. What doings? I'm doing everything correctly.
You sure about that?
Yes.
Everybody saw what you left down there. Be careful with that hole. Slow down, please. Please. Jesus.
I did not make that hole.
Actually, yeah.
Someone got stuck there.
FYI, I'm not sponsored by this company. I should. I'm doing a hell of a commercial for them. Okay, I'm gonna go to lunch now. You gonna go do all the field work for me. Yes? Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Gotta love the automatic gearbox. Don't have to worry about switching gears while going uphill.
I can actually put it in the manual.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Oh no. I think next year I'm gonna bring plow.
You have one?
Yeah.
Oh man.
If it gets too bumpy, please slow down. I'm the passenger over here.
I don't care. I'm the driver over here.
Dude, if you break this thing, it's gonna be a bankruptcy, definitely.
Your bankruptcy, not mine.
And here, folks, you heard it first. It's not his problem. How does it feel to handle a 8-meter implement of the cultinator?
Feels like I'm driving my Honda around.
Yeah, that middle button. And lower it down already. Good boy. Do you need a treat? Here we go.
That's not you. So, how are working hours when you're a farmer?
Yes.
To explain those.
Yes. Once somebody asked me, what do you do when you go to the vacation? I was confused. What does it mean? Never heard of it.
So, about working hours.
A long, really long days.
But when you're out of season,
Well, when I'm out of season, then I don't know. Depends. If I'm in a forest or other kind of work, it's a normal day. Maybe 8-hour days. But when it's the season, it can reach up to 20 hours.
wow.
Easily.
Just imagine if you tried to pull 20 hours on the kilowatts. I think you would die.
There is already a cross and a grave ready for me.
That would be horrible.
You one day on kilowatts, 20 hours. Oh, I would love to see that 20-hour video. Let's put it down already. I came here to work, not to just fool around.
I like fooling around.
This is the food security everybody's talking about. And what are you doing?
Trying to keep the food security up.
By any means, we're not comedians.
What's that?
Steve. He's just breaking his balls.
Steve is very focused.
When he wants to get something done, it might take a long time, but he gets it done.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Can you see? No. Can you see? Get out of the way. Just FYI, my hours are for you, family members discount. My hours are 500 euros per minute. I'm gonna bill you later though. Don't worry about it.
He says 500 per hour.
Per minute.
Per minute? What the hell, man?
My work is very important. Like the Pope.
The Pope. Yeah, in a few seconds there's gonna be a black smoke. 500 per minute. What the hell? Now do a loop-to-loop around and go down there. Jesus. I think do another loop-to-loop around it.
Oh man, the battery is about to die.
We only have 2% more left.
Not
and he
good.
didn't even finish the field.
No.
It's so slow.
Let's try.
Yeah.
Let's restart the mission.
It's like GTA San Andreas. You failed. CG. Yeah.
For the
Follow the damn train. The last screen bit left. Only 1%.
No,
Will he
let's
manage?
let's skip that.
I'm the passenger princess.
That was a bunch of fun, but sorry guys, kind of off topic there. Hope it's fine. Oh man, it's still flowing. Dude, it's been like 2 hours now. Whatever, I'm gonna leave this guy overnight. Wow. But guys, I actually have some amazing news right now. It's sort of off topic again. Sorry about that. I know that this video feels kind of weird because I'm kind of not doing the right thing, I guess. But the news is very good and it's closely related to the video. So I guess we can include this part as well. So a while back, this person from Finland, his name is Jani, if I'm not mistaken. He contacted me. He told me he has some spare gear oil that he would like to give away. And well, sadly, I don't have business myself into Finland. too much. I think last time I was there like 10 years ago. But luckily, Mr. Santa Claus over there, he travels constantly between the two countries. And he picked up the barrel. Yeah, you heard me correctly. There's a barrel actually. It's like 205 liters of gear oil. Dude, can you even man, I have no words. That is just so cool. Now, out of the three main oils, gear oil is the most expensive oil. I would say the hydraulic fluid is the cheapest, then comes the engine oil, and then comes the gear oil. That's the most expensive part. And 200 liters of that stuff, bro, that's worth probably like $1,000, right? Or somewhere over there. I mean, it's not even like used or old oil. This is brand new liquid. Thing hasn't even been opened yet. It's just crazy that some people would keep something like this away. I mean, if the guy wanted, he could have easily sold it, right, for at least half the price even. But no, he decided to ship it to me. I mean, that's really kind of him, right? Thanks a lot, dude. This will be very helpful. I mean, I'm pretty sure we can throw this stuff immediately into the final drives of the excavator, if I'm not mistaken. 580. I'm just quickly gonna check if the oil will match for final drive. Usually the recommended oil which goes into the final drives is 80, weight 90, right? But 75, 80 is slightly less of that. Åkerman EC-300. I think it's gonna work. Typically not recommended or not standard. While 75 weight 80 offers better cold start fluidity, it may be thinner than required for heavy gear loads in an excavator's reduction gear compartment compared to the standard 80-90. Okay. Maybe it's actually not that good of an idea to put that in there, in that case. Oh, look at that. Date filled 2023. Wow, 3 years ago. Best before 28, so we're still gonna have time. I guess it would work. Well, in any case, I think this is still better than the milkshake wrap that we have in there right now. So most likely we're gonna put this guy in there. However, I need to go buy one of those pumps which go into that hole. I mean, getting oil out of this container without that special pump is very annoying. And this little shed is starting to turn into an excellent storage location. Maybe we need to build a new woodworking workshop in the future. Väga aeglaselt, rahulikult.
Tule siia ette vastu lükata.
guys, actually I've given it some thought now, and maybe turn this into like a storage shed instead. Seems like a very good option for that. In any case though, I'm really glad that the guy decided to part ways with the barrel. Now this will be very useful for me because I can use this in basically all the manual transmissions I have. So travel boxes, reduction boxes, differentials, manual gearboxes, basically everything. The only place I can't put this stuff is the Volvo's gearbox and the Kirovetsa's gearbox, because those are well, the Volvo has like a fully automatic gearbox, but the Kirovets has a semi-automatic gearbox, and that oil will not work there. But you know, everywhere else that thing will work just fine. And in the meantime, I'm gonna save a buttloads of money as well. So thanks a lot, Yanni. That's actually very kind of you. Can't believe you guys do such nice presents to me sometimes, and I have nothing to give in return except the videos, I guess. Sorry. But anyway, let's get back to work on this guy. I mean, it's been a while. This feels like a odd ends video at this point. I'm not sure what's going on. Hopefully no more distractions. We need to focus on what's important. And that would be the bedrock of Sweden. Need to get it moving. Fix the stupid house. Tuul lükkab kõik see õli mulle näkku. Okay. Once you break the bead, then it's home run. This one actually looks good, at least from here. I think I don't need to swap that one out. There's a lot of mud on it, but overall I think this is a pretty healthy pipe. Yeah, I didn't see any damage on it. It would be great if I could somehow bend that down a bit. Look at that. Now, only Swedish tools are capable of bending Swedish machinery. Fun fact. I put like a little piece of plywood between the hose and the steel. That hose is actually pretty healthy. The other dude just got messed up with some impact related event, basically. Very impressive that this thing did not break, you know. That's actually, this is a good pipe overall. 64. I think this was 63. Oh, basically 64 actually, so this should fit. So far so good. Like 51. What was that? I think this guy was 51 as well. Yeah, look at that. 51 2-inch pipe. Dude, looks like the YOLO paid off. Stop being a guy and go on. Oh, there we go. This one is pretty stiff, plus I made it a bit longer as well. Oh yeah. Okay, never mind. Pretty easy. Actually, guys, while I'm already doing this, I'm gonna swap the third one out as well. Kind of noticed a couple of cracks up top. Yeah, I mean that's not gonna last as long as the other two hoses, definitely not. So whatever. Swap this one out as well. GoPro capture. Man, this stupid nature is starting to piss me off. No. No ei lähe otsa, mitte mõnigi ei saa aru. Mis kuradi pidi see jama seal on, üldse aru ei saa. Kuidas nad kinni panid seal üldse, vittu raisk? Jumala kuradi pime nurga all keeratud kuskil persaugus. Siit pole nähagi seda otsa. Kas ta on vale pidi või? Tule siin ei olegi, see on teisel pool siis. Kuidas ma sealt alt teen? Mul on sein ees ju sinna. How did they install that thing even? It's pointing downwards towards the steel. How did they even mount that? What freaking engineers? Ooh, guys, super mom. She has finally arrived. Hi.
Ciao.
Jõudsid ka lõpuks maale.
Koos lastekarjaga.
Jah.
No teie võite sealt alla sõita, kui tahate.
Oh man, let's go.
Siin on väga rattaga ei saa siin sõita. Teie võite ümber maja sõita, siis tulete jälle. Siis ma tulen teie alla.
Oh man. My mood got so good all of a sudden, but then I remembered. How the crap did they install that strap? I'm like super confused how they even installed that thing. I mean, the nut was technically like over there and you can't fit any tool over there whatsoever. Kust see tuli nüüd, ma ei saa aru. See on ju kõrgemal, see asub kõrgemal kui teised torud. Ma täitsa lõppreis. I have no words. Good call, ants pants. That is pretty much game over right over there. Also, yeah. Just replace all of them out, guys. Don't even bother. Not worth it. I just try to cheat sometimes, but it's not worth it. Okay, that took forever, but totally worth it. How does this thing work? I never dealt with a setup like this before. Ooh. If this thing works, then I think this is a very good option, you know, to have on a machine, rather than boring it in from the up. None of my other machines have this setup though. This is sort of like first. But you guys told me that this is pretty normal for larger excavators. So make sure the tip is clean. Because I'm pretty sure this dude doesn't have like a filter. And whatever it pumps inside the tank will go through the pumps as well before going through the filters. I don't think this guy's pumping anything. Midagi lahti teha või? I don't think this thing is working unless I'm missing some information. Maybe that's like a valve that you need to undo. I don't think so. I think that's just like a plug. Yeah, no piano. I'm not really sure. Maybe I need to do something other than cranking. The bone dry. No oil there whatsoever. It's making some pumping sounds, but maybe if we prime the system. Pumping got a bit harder, and then something exploded. What? Dude! Look at that! Nice working. Wow, that's really hard. All we needed to do is just prime the pump a little bit. Stupid airlocks in the way. Man, should burn them all down. I'm so glad this thing actually works. Just imagine trying to fill the thing from up to up with the little cans. I mean, I'm just gonna spill that oil everywhere. Plus, I'm kinda amazed that this thing works both ways. I mean, you pull the thing, it's pumping oil, and you push the thing, it's pumping oil. So I'm not really sure how that works. Must be some type of a special pump design. I mean, right now I'm gonna use the old oil, but in the future I'm actually running out to change the entire oil on this excavator. I don't want to do it until I make a couple of more repairs in the hydraulic system. For example, the two front cylinders, arm and bucket, need to be rebuilt. Plus the main feed lines for the drive motors also need to be replaced, except one. After I do those jobs, plus verify that there are no more major hydraulic things that we need to do, then I'm gonna do like an entire oil change on this machine. Not just the tank, we also need to make sure we get as much of the old oil out as possible. And this thing is actually really good. I really like this pump. Wish my container were bigger though. In the future I'm probably gonna start buying oils in 200-liter barrels altogether. It's actually cheaper buying the thing in bulk. Plus it will last for years, it will not go bad. And you know, refueling stuff would be also a lot easier. I'm kind of curious about one thing though. And what about the trapped air inside the tubing before the pump? That thing has nowhere to go, right? Once you start up the diesel, it's gonna go through the pump and the pump will run dry for a brief moment. I'm not sure if that's the thing that we need to worry about. Maybe it doesn't matter. I mean, it's only gonna be for a split second, right? Before we start the engine, I'm gonna try to figure something out about that. Maybe there's some information online. I think the easiest option would be to open up the flanges before the pump and then let the air out. The oil pressure should push all the air out eventually. I mean, I've run pumps dry before on the Girovets. Nothing's happened. Although these pumps. Well, the Girovets' pump is about 300 euros, but here we're probably looking around 30,000 euros roughly for the 3 pumps. And also this excavator takes a 4th pump as well. Little blocked off wall over there. So maybe it would be a good idea to bleed the air out beforehand. Oh look, this guy has started to leak. Probably a bad O-ring or something. Bloody great. Lucky break, I guess. Soviet chair catched it. Didn't go into the sand. Good job. Ei, ta peaks valges olema. Okay, I think that's good enough. Genius device, bro. Okay. The chick at the counter is telling us that we should do it. You should manually bleed air from hydraulic lines, especially on the suction supply side, to prevent pump damage. Suction line crucial. Always bleed air from suction supply lines to the pump, or you risk pump failure. Everything else is not that important, but this kinda is. Now I need to do this for all 3 pumps. First 2 are easy to access, but 3rd one is kinda annoying. Oh. There you go. That's it. Heard that chiseling sound. That's always good. The third one is a bit annoying. Especially one of the bolts. I can get that. But I have no idea. I'm gonna get the bottom one. Need like an extra short bit for that, but maybe we don't even need to unlock that one. Maybe we can bleed it without it. I need a shorter tool. You're sealtpoolt ka ei saa kuidagi keerata ja siin ei ole ruumi keeramiseks üldse. No ei saa noh, siit ka ei mingi välja kuidagi. Painutab, ta on juba ära painutanud selle ju. Look at that. The super tool. And what happened? What? My super tool broke in half. Look at that. What the hell? Maybe you can't weld those. Wow. I was not expecting that. I can't get that bottom thing open. Sisse. Vale koha peal see kuradi mutter kuidagi välja ei keera. Ma ei tea, kuidas kinni türa keeravad üldse siin niisugust nurga all mingi erivõtmeid vaja. No ei saa, noh, seda ei saa. I don't know what type of special tool do you need to undo those. I don't have any of that. Maybe there's some type of a bleed hole or port on the valve block before the pump, just for this purpose. Okay. Yeah. Case drain or bleed port on the highest point of the pump casing. I'm guessing it's that line because they're all connected between 3 pumps. So let's just kind of open up the lines and see if we get any oil, I guess. Some bubbles. Bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. Still bubbles. Still bubbles. I think that's the thing. I'm gonna wait until I don't get any more bubbles. I think it bleed out now. It's flowing freely. Look at that. I think this is okay now. I still got a little bit of air there. Yeah. Actually quite a bit of air. So just undoing the flange for the feed line is not enough. You need to undo these lines as well to bleed the entire casing out, I guess. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. No, it's flowing freely. So I think we're good now. I think we got all the air out nicely. Should have started with this instead of trying to undo the flanges. Sorry guys. My bad again. In my defense though, I had no idea the pumps also have gauge strain lines. But anyway, I think we can actually start this guy up and make sure that nothing leaks. It looks like at some point it did actually have some type of a bottom plate to protect the underside. I mean, if we get like a giant stump or rock between the ground and here, that can really mess up the hoses again, right? Or maybe break the oil pan. So it would be best to add something here, definitely. It looks like at some point it did have something. You know, we got a hinge there. The other side is kind of messed up though. And definitely something took that part off. They never bothered to fix it, and hence the hoses got screwed up because of that. So let's fire this guy up. I need to position it differently anyway. I can't work under that track, and hopefully nothing explodes. Sure. I'm actually impressed how well it fired up. Like half a turn. Yeah, all the functions seem to work nicely, so guess everything went well. That's water. I think we should do like a single blade on hinges that we can just put down. Man, it feels so sketchy grinding this thing. It feels like this thing wants to explode. And all it requires is one spark. I wonder what's that for. Guys, there's this dude. He's been driving entire day now. This is a 50 kilometers per hour zone. Look at all the dust. Pushi panna vahele vaata. Yeah. And for the locking mechanism, I figured maybe these things might work. I mean, I can lock these as well with a security pin, right? And still have a little bit of leftovers from that. That actually might work out pretty good. And the other one is bent slightly. So I just need to cut them a bit shorter and they should work. I can use the same piece, it's actually long enough. It would be great if I could bend it a bit though. Ooh, not bad. was that? Man, stupid wind almost cracked my pants. I thought something exploded. I think this hatch came out pretty good actually. Might not open though. I'm not sure. Ooh. She does open. Fancy that. Sadly, I don't have like a lot of paint left. Hopefully we can do this part. I think we have just enough. It's like this was planned. Perfectly out. Oh, by the way, someone remind me to go buy paint. I'm obviously out. But dude, I think this part came out pretty good. And hopefully no sneaky stumps or rocks will go into the hydraulic department. Or the engine department. Because obviously something like that happened, right? Man, look at that. How can that hole just keep getting bigger? I don't get that. Man, that makes no sense. At least we have excellent ventilation down there. Wow, this part actually took forever. I'm not even gonna lie. Believe me or not, almost 2 days actually. But I think that came out pretty good. I didn't even plan to do that, you know. That's just kind of something that I spotted, which was off. And I figured, whatever, let's fix that. I had no idea about that situation whatsoever before. But now I'm glad it's fixed now. And right now I'm thinking that I'm just gonna... I wanna go dig out the stupid stumps, honestly. This just took too much time. Maybe we can go do that, unless we have something important that we need to finish. Maybe, nope. Nope. Nope, nope. Definitely. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, so from this list right now, I think there's like 2 crucial things that we definitely need to do before we do any work with the hoe. and that's grease everything. Make sure that all the pins are nicely lubed up, and the final drive. So I want to get that milkshake out, put some brand new oil in it. Let's do those two, and I think then we're gonna quickly wrap up this video because well, I want to go dig out those stumps. That's a bit more fun. This thing is actually pretty greasy, but I'm kind of curious, is it missing something from the other side? On this side we have that pin, right? I'm thinking it's supposed to be on both sides, right? But there's nothing here. What's up with that? Although there's no pin bracket welded on the frame on this side, so maybe it doesn't need to be here. What do you guys think about that? I'm not really sure. It's a bit weird. Check this out, guys. We got greasing lines that go up there, so I don't have to climb up there. 1, 2, 3. Dude, that's genius. This is actually pretty easy, much faster than the Yanmar actually. Yeah, and the remainder is here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think the big guy only is left. No, that's covered. So only this one left. Well, this is actually really easy. Wow. This literally took less time than doing Bobcat or Yanmar. At least twice, actually. I was pretty sure it's gonna take forever and it's gonna take a buttload of grease as well, but no. Maybe like half a bottle. Wow. That's actually really impressive. Let's do the final drives and then wrap up this mess. I'm gonna go try to find new pants first though, because dude, I'm pretty sure I can't zip tie these things shut. Plus it's very cold. There should be only like 6 or 5 liters of well, not water in it, that's for sure. Man, what the shit is this? That is not very good. What the crap? Mate, what is going on? That is not very good. Why am I laughing? Holy shit. That is not good. How did... Okay. How? How does that amount of water get in there? Man, what is going on? You guys saw what I just saw, right? That is not very good. No. We shouldn't have any water in there, bro. What the shit is that? That looks a lot better. But that... I have no words. This is so bad. That amount of water in there is not good at all. There's a bunch of gears, bunch of bearings, bunch of everything in there. Kurat küll, jumala putsis seisnud. Dude, it's just... I mean, from there the oil looks perfect. And look at that. Absolutely perfect. But the amount of water in it is just insane. Definitely did not want to see that. Kurat, mul hakkab see ka täis saama juba raisk. Dude, I think that brown crap is rust. No lie. This is something that you don't want to find on a 30-ton excavator. Oh no. I don't even want to know what the insides look like. But it kind of killed the mood. I was not expecting that. That's a major oversight from the previous owner, right? That sort of shit doesn't happen overnight. Opening this final drive up, bro, that's like a whole world of hurt right over there. And you probably need to pull the sprocket off, because when everything on this side is just welded, that's welded, that's bolted and welded. I don't get that. Plus there's no bolts on this side, so I have no idea. And you probably need to pull the sprocket and then maybe you can access it from this side. I don't want to do that. Definitely not, bro. But look at the amount of rust in there. There's just so much of that going on. Actually, a good thing that we did not start this guy during the winter time, right? I mean, could you just imagine trying to move that final drive if it's filled like that much of water? That's like a frozen block of ice in there during the winter time, right? It wouldn't allow the gears to move. Something might just break. That would have been a catastrophe. Also, this thing had so much oil in it. Like, Google AI said 5 or 6 liters, but dude, like 40 liters of oil in there, bro. I mean, that chick was way off. Let's go check the other side. I got a feeling that the situation is pretty similar on this side as well. There we go. A lot less though, look at that. A lot less water. Only a little bit at the bottom. I think that's good. That's actually very good. The other guy had so much water. That is just frightening. You know, starting right now, I'm gonna change my tactics a bit when changing, checking oils on new machines. Now, instead of just checking if the oil level is correct, I'm gonna open up the drain plug as well and make sure no water comes out of that thing, because you know this is like partially my fault, I guess, as well, because when I bought the machine I only checked if the oil level was correct. Didn't check what came out of the drain. But you know, luckily we did not use the machine whatsoever. However, I'm not sure how long this has been the case. From the previous owner, maybe like 10 plus years. I actually think the other side is pretty screwed, considering what type of mud is flowing out of that hole right now. Yeah, that looks about 70% rust, maybe 5% oil, and the remaining percent is probably metal. Maybe not. What? Dude, look at that. That's just completely loose. Okay. Oh my. I'm pretty sure I've never opened this before. Well, that's empty. Mitä sissekin on? What size is that? 9? Man, I'm pretty sure this guy was not manufactured in the Freedom Land. Oh. Mr. Hammer has joined the server. Yeah. Okay, so no water. What the f? This guy's empty as well. Why? I filled this guy up last year. 100%. I added oil there. I never touched the bottom block. There's no leak on the ground as well. Like, what is going on? Who stole my oil, bro? Also, why was that block completely open? I am almost 99% sure I never touched the bottom block. I only opened up the top. This is kind of weird. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe it's leaking from one compartment to another. Maybe that's why the final drive was just so insanely overfilled. But then again, we would still have like something at the bottom, right? It would not be completely bone dry. Just stop falling over. Water. What's up, my friend? Not a lot though. Whoopsie daisy. No. Actually, guys, I have sort of like a wild theory. I just kind of came up with it. It will explain why the second gearbox was empty and also very little oil in the third gearbox. What if they're all connected and they use the same oil? So if we drain the first gearbox, then we also drain the... I mean, if we drain the final drive, then that also drained the oil from the first two gearboxes. And in order to fill this entire system up, we need to start filling from the first gearbox until we get oil from the final drive check block. Because the first two gearboxes, they don't have check blocks. They only have fill blocks. Does that make sense? I mean, kinda, I guess, but maybe not that much. I mean, the other guy didn't even have like 1 liter of oil. Let's see how much this dude has. They definitely had more than this last year. Yeah, it's already ending. Okay. This one looks very clean inside. Overall, okay, but there's like a little bit of rust here in the center. I don't see any rust anywhere here. But you know, the visibility is also very limited. I can only see like 1 gear. Okay. I'm gonna start filling now, but I'm gonna start from the gearboxes first. And if we start filling from there and we get oil from here, then that means all 3 boxes are connected. So that will at least either confirm or deny that theory. This thing is pretty liquidy. Feels more like engine oil. Oh, by the way, I did some digging and I found a couple of places in Estonia which sell the same oil. A barrel like that, 2 grand, guys. Literally 2,000 euros, 1 barrel of that. Man. No, Steve, I don't have any oil, go away. A buddy of mine gave me this 3D printed funnel. Now look at that, perfect. Oh, look at that. Dude, looks like my theory is correct. That thing is flowing out from there now. Wow. Where's the butt plug? So the system is connected. My theory was correct. That's why the other gearboxes, they don't have any check plugs, because that's the main check plug for the entire system. It basically immediately started flowing out as well. That means there are oil channels. And at the bottom there are oil channels which carry the oil over. Yeah. I guess it kind of makes sense as well, because the manual did state that 26 liters on each side. So 26 liters and the thing is full, all 3 gearboxes. I guess mystery solved, right? That actually makes perfect sense. I'm gonna send the picture to my buddy who gave me this funnel. Very useful now. I'm sure he's gonna be happy about this. Thanks, buddy. Such a gentleman. Ooh. Guess it's full. Actually, it took 21 liters, not 26. I wasn't sure if it was 26 or 21. Guess I remembered it incorrectly. Just in case, I'm gonna check out if the middle of the compartment also has oil now. Should be the case. Yeah. Very good. And pretty cool, honestly. The entire thing being one unit. 2 gearboxes and a final drive connected together. Guess we got a bit smarter about this setup. That this was completely confusing. One moment, guys. I need to provide my services. I think that takes care of that bit. I mean, the oil is probably not the best choice, but it should work. Definitely. I don't think it's gonna be like a problem. But about the water situation in the drives, what do you guys think? I think I don't need to do anything until something actually fails. Right now everything seems to work, but maybe something will explode along the way somewhere. Then we need to figure something out. Buy another excavator. But yeah, at least that sort of plus the mystery is also resolved. So that's always good. I think we can wrap up this video now. Basically, guys should be pretty much ready to go. Do some work. Obviously, it still needs fixes, like the feed lines for the motors. Those need to go. Need to rebuild the cylinders. Those are probably the two most important things that they still need to do on the hoe. But maybe we can get the stumps out at least. Greased. Final drives. Check. And mystery solved. Yeah. Nothing too serious right now. But I'm gonna add a couple of things here. So let's do the feed lines. And also I noticed the exhaust. It looks kind of leaky. It's kind of leaking all over the place. Plus, it's pretty bent. This thing was bent somewhere. Right over there. Actually, maybe that's not that bad. But the stack is also like that. I mean, right now the rail motor can pretty easily get inside the stack, right? So would be better. There's something's going on over there. Maybe it just needs to be like tightened down. I think I know how this thing got bent up. And someone probably used a hammer to hammer this thing in the exhaust. Bloody genius. I think I'm gonna try to hammer this thing back out because most likely that thing is just gonna break. Man, I hate hex head. It's just, that thing is just waiting to be destroyed. Standard bolt is even better. Torx is by far the best. Hex is just absolute nonsense. Täitsa pointless, noh, mitte midagi ikka kinni hoia. Yeah, I think I need a new strap there, or maybe weld that piece on the muffler. But whatever, right now it's not important. There you go, guys. I'm gonna get back to work now. On the next project. Sadly, I have to postpone the stump mission for a little bit more. Hopefully you guys are okay with that. I just remembered that I need to do a quick welding project. Believe it or not, for that guy, yeah. I need to build a little attachment for the new Blue. Something that I don't have, but I've desperately needed for many years now. But yeah, it shouldn't take forever. And I'm pretty sure soon we'll get to play around with that guy. Bye bye! Oh guys, one more thing. No, I almost forgot about this thing. You know, the little cover that I tried to fix. This is how it came out. I added a little steel plate on the bottom, then glued that to the cover as well, and then filled the insides with some clear epoxy. I think this thing is actually pretty solid at this point. Okay, I think that part came out pretty good. Oh, man. Almost forgot this dude. Very good that we came here. This guy definitely doesn't need any more counterweights. Ciao, ciao. Wait, don't go.